Shalom. I'm Rabbi Chaim Richmond from the Temple Institute in Jerusalem. With me is Rabbi Yehuda Glick, the General Director of the Institute. This is a very historic moment. We have just received the newest vessel that the Institute has been working on for some time now. We have just received it from the craftsman, and it is the golden crown of the high priest. You know that the high priest wears the 8 golden garments, and one of them, described in the Torah, is a golden crown which sits not on top of his head like a king would wear, but across his forehead, and it carries the words, Holiness unto the Lord, Kodesh Lashem. And this is a very, very special moment, and in fact it's quite historic because it's at this very moment that we actually have ourselves received it. On loan, as it were, to the Temple Institute until the Holy Temple is built. I think this is extremely momentous, especially because next week Jewish people all over the world will be observing the holiday of Hanukkah, which of course centers all around the rededication of the Holy Temple. And specifically at this time in our modern history, when the people of Israel and the state of Israel are facing very similar dangers to those that our people faced during the story of Hanukkah, both from within and from without. We are facing forces of darkness that really wish to undo the Jewish character of the state of Israel. We at the Temple Institute are continuing our efforts towards the restoration of the service of the temple and the building of the temple. So Yehuda, how long did it take for the craftsman to actually complete this beautiful crown?
First of all, I want to join and say that it really is a very historical moment because the crown, anybody who approaches, anybody who confronts the high priest actually sees this is a person representing God. He's wearing the royal robe and he's carrying the people in front of God, and he's representing God in front of the people. We've been working on this crown for almost a year now. It really was a major, major piece of art because basically, as you can see, all the decorations, the flowers that we have over here are all from Josephus, all as he described. The words as you described are holy for the Lord. But here we have a very special thing because, first of all, it has a back piece. This is different than the previous crown we had because several people believe that the crown only went in front, but according to many of the major commentators, the crown had a back piece, which made it much
all
more
the way
steadier.
Around the head.
We also added a few more interesting things as you can see over here on the crown. First of all, it has a lock so that it won't fall off, and it has an adjustment so that it can fit. If you have a small high priest, it can fit like this. You can widen it like this, like 6 positions, with the lock so that it should stay steady and it won't fall off the priest's head.
Actually, many years ago, when the Temple Institute first began its efforts to restore the vessels for the Holy Temple, one of the first vessels that was created at that time was the Golden Crown. But that was a very kind of minimalistic effort, and this is far more sophisticated. And as you mentioned, new research has come to light, and that research is included in the execution of this version of the crown. I believe this holds this comprises about 600 grams of pure gold.
Yeah.
And what was the cost altogether of the construction of this crown?
We're talking about close to $30,000 of work here, and it really may seem like a simple thing, but many, many hours of artistic work, and trying to be as close as possible to what it has to be. And as I say, it's ready to be used. And if we find out during this program that they have permission to start building, I think we will be very happy to bring this there because it says the offerings that are brought on the altar, as you know, Rabbi Richmond, it says that the crown of the priest is what actually brings it and makes it acceptable
for the
in
Lord.
front of God.
Well, this is the most accurate rendition of the crown, the Tzitz of the Kohen Gadol, of the high priest, that's ever been made. The decorations here all follow and reflect a tremendous amount of research and scholarship, to which we owe a debt of gratitude to the scholars of the Research Institute, Research Department of the Temple Institute. And as is the case with all of the vessels that are being constructed by the Temple Institute, this crown is kosher for use according to all of the nuance and complexities of Jewish law, and reflects the requirements of the Torah and can actually be worn by the high priest in the Holy Temple. So it's our prayer.
A beautiful present that God has given us
for Hanukkah. This is our Hanukkah present. This is our Hanukkah present to the Jewish people, to the state of Israel, to the whole world. And our goal is the restoration of the divine service and the rebuilding of the Holy Temple. May it be soon, and may the whole world be uplifted really by the presence of the Shekhinah, the divine presence, once again in this world.
Mazel tov.